Hey, squirrel friends! We're back with another review of RuPaul's Drag Race All Stars 4 All Stars 4 Episode 2. Oh my gosh, I keep messing this stupid thing up. So I actually took a lot of notes on this episode because I was just like, "There's too much going on. I can't keep track of it all." But we have our first episode since one of the queens is gone. So Jasmine Masters is gone. They're all coming back. They're reading her little message on the mirror, and it's kind of sad. Although I never really connected with Jasmine, but it was whatever. So Monique comes back on still with tons of airtime in this episode, and Trinity is like, she's just like, oh, it kind of sucks, being the winner, and it's just very emotional. She's almost like Bendel Creme of All Stars 3. And like, I like Ben, I like Trinity, but like, again, kind of, they were mentioning it, get over it, it's fine. You're the winner, just relax. So Monique actually reveals who she would have kicked off the show if she would have won, and it was Jasmine. I kind of figured that if they both didn't pick Jasmine, that would have been a little bit shady at the beginning. Like, Jasmine was clearly the weakest link. I didn't think Farrah did really anything to either of them. So that made sense to me. Gia still being her shady ass self. However, it's kind of growing on me. And then the ending happened. And I'm just like, okay, I'm over it again. But it started growing on me at the beginning. They, kind of showed the girls and whatever. And then they pan. I just hate seeing when they show the previous All-Star winners. It hurts my heart when I see Trixie's face instead of Shangela's for the third season winner. Every single time it drives me crazy. I'm gonna have to start looking away because it's making me mad. They show the guest judges there today, and it's gonna be Sierra, and I love Sierra, and then what's her name, Kelsey Musgraves or something. Yeah, I don't really know much about her, but she's cute. And then they show the queens walking in. Valentina's being all extra and all black. I mean, she came to fight this episode. You could tell we're going in that direction from the very beginning. She's just ready. So the whole point of this week's episode was to create a supergroup called Henny. And then they brought out Stacey Lane Matthews, who was like the apparently original Henny person. I think she's from season 3. I don't know much about her at all, but she's large and in charge. Basically, the queens, they had to write their own lyrics. They had to record their vocals. They had to do group choreography. And there's 2 teams. Each of them had the captain, and the captains were the winners of last week. So Trinity the Tuck was captain number 1, and Monique Hart was captain number 2. And so they went down the list. Trinity picked first, then Monique, then Trinity and Monique. Although they should have done the snake round where they did Trinity 1 and then Monique 2 and then Trinity 2 and vice versa. But Trinity starts off picking number 1 is Valentina. Again, it's kind of a theme today. Monique picks Monet, which, hey, that kind of worked out in the end as well. And they're sisters. Trinity goes to Latrice next. Monique goes to Naomi. And then Trinity picks Manila. I love Manila so much. I don't know why I like Manila so much, but she's winning me over for some reason. I don't think she's doing really anything like super special yet, but like something about her. And then it's down to Pheromone and Gia Gunn. Kind of expected. Farrah sucked last week. Gia just sucks as a person. And so Monique decides to go with Farrah. And so Gia's just being so ridiculous. She's like, oh, they're intimidated by me. She goes on Trinity's team and she's like, I'll show you how the real tuck is done. And so the groups, Trinity's team has to sing or has to do a song called Don't Funk It Up. And Monique has to do one that's called Everybody Say Love. And the whole point is to feature Stacey Lane Matthews as kind of just like, she's going to be in there hanging out, and the goal is to feature her. Although it didn't really work. And then they didn't really like refer to it after the whole lip syncs or after the whole dances were done and stuff like that. I don't know. It just kind of was like, it was out of place. I think the whole point was the handy part. And okay. Anyways, so I just was cracking up because Monique is still here with the brown cow apparel. Like, she won't let that go. Monet was getting a little shady in this episode. I was kind of liking it. She's talking about Farrah like being a little iffy of her being on her team because she couldn't even dance in her own number, and I thought that was kind of funny. Manila kind of is doing this little throwback to BB with the rock-a-tee-tee ta ta, and I was just like, oh, I miss All Stars 3. That was such a good one. And then Gia and Farrah apparently had a falling out. So Gia spilled the beans about this falling out. Apparently, according to Gia, Farrah and this one other person that Farrah was trying to reconnect Gia with, they showed up drunk at Gia's work, and Gia let them have it, and something like that. And I don't know, happened a few months ago. It wasn't. They didn't really delve too much into it, but sounds like there's some drama there. Manila, love her. She was basically like, why didn't you just, I think you just need to address the problem and I was like, okay, yeah, sounds good. Whereas Trinity does not like Gia. Manila does, which I don't understand why, but Trinity basically is like, this sounds like high school BS, like get over it kind of thing. They go on next to kind of talking about their choreography and their singing, and Monique, we go to Monique's team first, and Monique's like, I'm the best singer in the group, and everyone's kind of like a little roll in their eyes, okay, Monique, you're got these grand ideas. Again, Monet with the shade. You got these grand ideas. Your actions don't really live up to them. So it's just funny. And then Monique just screams. She's just like, whenever she does something good, it's kind of funny. But Monet last week did not do so great in the singing. So I guess maybe she decided to rap this time, just to save face a little bit. The little throwback to the Vixen in her rap. Farrah apparently was like, oh yeah, I was a phone sex operator, and so I'm going to use that to my advantage. So she's trying to be sexy. I don't know. It seemed like it was kind of good in the auditions, but they didn't do any Naomi promo, which I was like, I wonder what that means. But then they go over to Trinity's team. Gia basically is the one to start, and makes a comment to her not being a top, and she's still being a bitch, and she says she puts the T in the LGB, and she's not like these other hags. And Latrice is like, is she calling me a hag? She's just being shady. Valentina throws some shade back at Gia, kind of in her confessional about her voice. And Valentina's just so funny. She's just like this, she's just this Latina goddess, and she sometimes you don't know what's going on, but she's just precious. And so in her singing portion, she's just like this. She loves using the word telenovela. She sings part of it in Spanish. We have no idea what she's saying, but she says "coochie coo," and I'm all for it. And everyone loved it. And she has this little high pitched singing at the end. Manila is next in the in her promo, and she's like, oh, I've done performances, which I've been watching her music videos this past week. I really actually like them. I think they're really cool, but. She's like, yeah, this should be easy. I should be fine. And then she just kind of was flat. She was not. It wasn't great. Her part of the her lyrics that she wrote. So I was interested to see how the actual performance went down. No Latrice or Trinity promo again. Kind of wondering what that was. And so then they brought Stacey Lane Matthews for the choreography, and she's like, I'm not doing any splits or death drops. That'll be the end of me. And so Monique wants to make her Beyonce because she just loves Beyonce so much, which who doesn't, honestly. During the choreography, Farrah's kind of overanalyzing things, getting on Monique's nerve, but they get over it. And Stacey is kind of like, okay, Monique, you gotta calm it down a little bit, not to her face, but she's just like, you're not letting people process things. So Farrah just kind of deals with it. Gia is taking control of their group's choreography, the whole Trinity's the leader, and Gia's just like, oh, we should do this and this and this. But I do like Gia's outfit. It's this cool little checkerboard. She's got these little checkerboard shoulders going on. I liked it. Trinity's not taking control. It's kind of running wild. So it's the opposite of Monique. Monique was not letting anyone do anything other than what Monique wanted to do, and Trinity's kind of not taking control of the group at all. Gia, after all this, she's trying to be shady, going to the other group and talking to Monique. It's like, is Farrah the weakest link? And then she goes over to Farrah and she's like, oh, your group said you're the weakest link. And it's just like shut up, Gia. She's so annoying. And Farrah, though, I was proud of Farrah. She seems confident. She was not having any of it. She was telling, like she told Gia, I don't have to force storylines to get airtime kind of thing. And I was like, ooh, good for you, girl. Gia doesn't care though. She's like, I just want to talk to you just in case it's your last day. And like, it's just such shade. I like Farrah. I was rooting for Farrah in that one. She's like, sure, whatever, get out of my face, like whatever. The clapback was real. Monique had Farrah's back. She, got up in Gia's face, not literally, but just kind of was like talking back to her as well. Manila just mentioned she liked Gia, and she's, Manila was like, you don't shank the toughest one though, you don't shank the weakest one, you shank the toughest one. Believe me, I would know. It makes you look like the bully, like me in my season. And I was like, she doesn't seem like a bully. But the fact that she likes Gia, maybe that's telling me something. Maybe I need to watch out for Manila. Got to keep my good eye on her. So Gia doesn't care, whatever. Naomi, like, doesn't really have too much like FaceTime, and so she gets a little bit in there, and she's like, I hope this lights a fire under your ass, Farrah. And I thought that was good advice. So then they go to the runway, and RuPaul, like her outfits are always stunning, but this one is just this gold and white dress come through, Ru. Oh my gosh. And then they show, Sierra, and love her, and then Casey Musgraves. So Gia or Trinity's team, not Gia's team, Trinity's team. I've got to remember she was the leader. They come out, and Gia sings first. I actually really loved her outfits. This retro, sparkly, holographic outfit. Her lyrics were pretty good. Her choreography is okay. Latrice, she's big and beautiful. She's got this big white suit on. She's got the pink hair. She's got the pink cursive L on her sparkly white suit. She did fine. Manila was cute. It wasn't again, it was cute. That's pretty much all I got for that one. It was cute. And then Trinity had this like spacey cone boob outfit. Loved it. It was pretty good. So I think overall that group did really well. They had their choreography was great. I think they were the winning group of the two, but they didn't. That's not how they separated the winners and the losers in the final or in the end. The second group, Monique's group, comes out, and Valentina is the first one to start. And oh my gosh, like this red sparkly Selena tease, and later on they're like, tribute to Selena. I called it. There's a couple of things I called in this episode, and I was like, feeling proud of myself. But yeah, she gives us some like Selena vibes. I loved it. I thought it was so gorgeous. And I could tell, like, I was like, she's probably going to be up there, if not the winner. And there you go. So, and then basically, like, I just thought it was funny because I was watching Stacy. Again, I didn't really get it. She was just bobbing around, doing her thing. It's like, okay, like, cool. Farrah, I actually really did like her pink jagged bodysuit that she had on. I thought it was cute. I didn't really pay attention. Excuse me. I didn't really pay attention too much to her dancing, which when they reviewed it back, yeah, she looked really bad in dancing, but her suit was cute. And then next was Naomi. Oh no, I'm sorry, I messed that up. So Valentina was in the other group. So there we go. She was at the end, not the first one in Monique's group. Naomi was the first one. I just messed up that order for you. But whatever, you get the point. Naomi was the first one to come out, and I thought she was okay. She had the sparkliness going on. She had the legs, I don't know. Like, I think she is what she claims herself to be, legs. I don't think she's super stunning. I don't think she is like drop dead gorgeous. I don't think she like I don't think she gives me any of that. She doesn't give me Valentina vibes. She doesn't give me like Manila's like runway look at the end. She doesn't give me anything like that. But she's cute. Like she's a model. She's got the look. She's got that essence about her. But yeah, I didn't really think the judges liked it, but I didn't really get it too much. It wasn't that great to me. Told you about Farrah already. Monique, meh. She had the bra, pants, a red coat that kind of got stuck to her. It wasn't that great to me. And then Gia had it was just so funny. Like the entire time Farrah was dancing, not the entire time, but they flash back to Gia. Her side eye is unreal. Again, she's growing on me a little bit, but it's unreal. Monet, I thought was good. I thought it was very Monet though. She's got the like bra, the bikini. She got now her 70s hair, so it's not the kitty cat wig, but she's got big glasses on. But she did the rap. She was good. She was in it. Then they did the runway look, and it was the category is elegance after dark, and I thought that was cute. Gia comes out in this pink silver dress, cherry pie is how she described it. I liked it. I thought it was good. I thought at that point, she's good. She's gonna be safe. Latrice comes out with this black sparkly dress. I don't know. Like, I like Latrice. Her outfits, her and Monet's outfits to me though, they just don't do anything for me yet. So I was honestly wondering if she was going to be in the bottom, but whatever. They all just seem so good. I couldn't. This episode, I definitely did not call it very well. Manila comes out, and immediately when I saw her, my mouth dropped. I was gagged. I immediately said Silver Fox, and then she was like, "Oh, I'm rocking the Silver Fox look." I was like, called that one too. Knew it. I just like that was probably my favorite runway look of all of them. And you may say, hey, you're a little bit biased. You seem to have this thing for Manila. Remember, I'm happily dating my boyfriend, future husband. So Manila is great. I like her for her. I think she's a great drag queen. Would not mind hanging out with her and being friends with her. But come on, that outfit was stunning. So anyways. Then we got Trinity. She got this red sparkle, and like she's got like half of it's like sparkly, half of it's like this drape curtain. I thought it was okay, not great. Valentina comes out in a good. I liked it in a flowery. She said like Mexican Paris dress. At first when I saw it, I was like, it almost kind of like Hawaiian, Latina, or like Spanish. Like, but okay, Mexican Paris is what we're going for. Naomi, she's got this like reflective thing on. Again, it just is not stunning to me. I don't know why. I think she's gonna go far, but I'm excited to see when she just like rocks the house down with like her pose performance was fantastic. But so far I'm just kind of like, okay, come on, Naomi. Monique, not a good look. This blue outfit, like droopy shoulder. No, not droopy shoulder. It was like her elbows, like the things came off of her elbows, her little gloves, and they were droopy. The top of her dress was droopy, just wasn't good. And then she did a reveal, and it was like a brown suit underneath. And it was meh. It was meh. When I saw that, and with the previous the performance, I was like, she might be in the bottom. So, and she was. Pheromone comes out in this like what did I write? This very pheromone dress. She had the silver, no sleeves, the white boa. It was good. I think she always looks stunning, but it's kind of repetitive at this point. Like it'd be nice to see something new. But again, looking back at it, I can see why she was in the bottom. But like at the time, I was like, she's probably safe. Monet, I saw her outfit as boring. It was red. It was like red carpet. I don't know. Like, I'm just like, okay, it's new. It's not like the whole like bodysuit, bikini type thing. But like, I don't know. It wasn't stunning. I could not believe. So they called the tops and the bottoms, and I could not believe it. Valentina, Monet, and Naomi were the tops. I can definitely agree with Valentina. I guess Naomi. Sure, she's probably the most consistent. But Monet, and then Monet being the top two, I was like, there's no way. That didn't make any sense to me. So the bottoms were Manila, which I was like, oh my gosh, she can't go home yet. Like I still need to know more about this person. Farrah and Monique, which again, looking back, I can see I was surprised. It's just all of them are so good at this point that like anyone in the bottom would surprise me. But Manila like super surprised me. Monique and Farrah, I was like, okay, but like, I was scared with Manila. And so that meant Latrice, Gia, Trinity were all safe. So they go back to the critiques. They said Manila, her runway was stunning. I 100% agree. I think it was the best one of the night. But her performance was small. It was unclear is how they described it. And I can agree with that. Valentina, runway was pretty. Selena vibes, and they said something about her special. 100% agree. Naomi, they said she's a great songwriter. She slayed the competition, although she didn't make the top two. If they liked it that much, Monet should not have been there, in my opinion. Monique, they said she, throwback to the 90s, messy, it wasn't precise, and I agree with that. Farrah, they said her look was perfect. And her performance, though, was like white bread, is how she said it. It was so funny. The whitest dancer I've ever seen. I thought that was hilarious. And then Ross, with the shade to vegans, he's like, it's like a vegan dessert. It looks good, but it's not fulfilling. And I'm like, leave vegans alone. Monet, that was Visage's favorite performance. Michelle Visage said Monet's performance was the best. And okay, you know what I mean? It was a good performance. It was entertaining. Fine, whatever. I'm not going to be nitpicky about that. But for her to be in the top 2, come on. So anyways, top 2, Monet and Valentina. They both won. They won $1,000 gift card or something to an ice cream place. I need to get on the show. Can you imagine? Oh my God, that'd be huge. And then the bottom 2, so they said, Naomi is safe. And then they went to the bottom 3 and they're like, Manila. And I literally was just like, oh my gosh. And they're like, you are safe. And my heart, I felt so much relief. It was great. So bottom 2, Farrah and Monique. So Monique going from top 2 to bottom 2, Pheromone staying in the bottom 2, cannot get herself out of it. Valentina and Monet, both of them, this is their first time that both of them are like, oh, we won, even though they still have to win. But like, I was surprised Valentina has not won one of these before. I was like, okay, yeah, I guess she didn't in season 9. I can't remember. I have to look back at it. But Monet a little bit more understandable. I love Monet. It sounds like I'm ragging on her, but I love Monet. But like, I hope she steps her game up. Honestly, that's my goal. That's my hope. Monique is gooped. I love that. She's being aggressive. She's like, I need to talk to you guys. Like, when can we talk about how I'm going to save, like, how you're going to save me type thing. I love Trinity talking about Valentina, her little telenovela clip that she was making fun of her for. Monique is just shook. She's being dramatic. Valentina, though, like, she's talking about, like, about Monique, and she's like, her outfit very disrespectful to Aaliyah because her pants don't fit. And I was like, I just cracked up laughing. Monet is like, she's gagged that Farrah's in the bottom. Gia walks her little butt over there, and she interferes with this whole thing, and she's like, I'm sorry. I just want to say I'm sorry if I am the reason why there was bad energy and blah, blah, blah. And everyone's like, basically, shut up, Gia, stop. She is annoying, kind of growing on me, but kind of annoying still. Trinity makes a comment, like, in her confessional. She's like, it's time for Gia to go. She has a bad attitude. And then if stirring up the pot was a talent, then she would win. I thought that was funny. So Monique is hoping Monet would save her. And then I started realizing that it's season 10 versus season 9, right? Monique and Monet. And then there's Valentina and Farrah. And then I realized that it was Miscongeniality versus Miscongeniality. So Valentina versus Monet. Monet. And I was like, this is actually kind of an interesting showdown. So, basically, up until this point, Monique is hoping that Monet saves her. Farrah has not cried up until this point. I was really proud of her. And I was like, Monique is really annoying. I think that she's good for the show. But I kind of was like, oh, Farrah, and at least personality-wise, turned it around this episode. I was kind of rooting for her a little bit. I thought I was rooting for Valentina. I thought Valentina would save Farrah. So, Farrah then's talking to Valentina. Then she's like, I'm a bigger star than going home right now. And then Valentina's like listening to her, and she's like, but if I eliminate you, and like, it just like completely cut the mood. And she's like, is that going to be okay for our relationship? And blah, blah, blah. And Farrah, I mean, I don't know how you would respond. Farrah's like, I mean, it'd be tough. Yeah. So like, okay, you just fix your relationship. So at first I was like, Valentina's definitely going to save Farrah. But then when I heard that, I was like, is she already planning to get rid of her? I mean, I wouldn't blame her if she was, because bottom 2 weeks in a row, like, okay. But anyways, so, Valentina is talking about, like, they just fixed their relationship. Like, she doesn't know what she should do at this point. But Farrah's being very gracious. I liked her attitude in this show. She's like, don't let this affect your moment. This is what you've been working for, And I was like, that's really sweet. So Valentina mentions, when she's picking the name, she's like, this sets the tone for who she is. Like, and I thought that was an interesting comment. She's, again, kind of dramatic. Like, people may talk about this, but I mean, it is a game. People should understand that. You know, you got to pick somebody. Honestly, though, I thought she was going to pick Monique. So, anyways, got the miscongeniality battle going on. They do the lip sync. You know, it's to "Into You" by Ariana Grande. Valentina's outfit I thought was okay. It was like, you know, her loose little sparkly outfit, and Monet's I didn't like it very much. It was like a blue outfit. You know, it was kind of sequiny, it was boring, whatever. So Monet, you know, Valentina's doing the sexy, like getting on the floor kind of thing, doing her little Latina vibe dancing. Monet is trying to be kind of sexy at the beginning, and then tries to be funny, and then does a reveal, and she just has like a bikini on kind of thing. And so like then Monet does the whole, you know, she does the whole like sign of the cross, and then she pretends to do the splits, but this time she actually did the full splits. So I was like, okay, she, you know, Valentina's working, but I was like, that probably won her the thing. So I was like, okay, Monet picked her, so Farrah's probably, or Monet's probably gonna win. So Monique say Farrah's gonna go home. It became a little bit more exciting. It was kind of boring at the beginning. Overall, I thought it was an okay lip sync. It wasn't fantastic, but it was good. So then at the end, the winner that RuPaul picks is Valentina, and I was like, wow, you know, I guess, if let's put it this way, if we're reading into it, Monet, she's done this before with the sponge dress and the pretend death drop and pretend splits, and like now she finally did it, but like, okay, you know, come on, let's do more things. Let's step it up a notch. Valentino just consistent. She was just her normal self. So I don't know. Either one, that's fine with me. I fell for the gag of the split, so I was like, okay, I thought she was gonna win. So I was like, well, I had a feeling Monique was going to be saved because I thought Monet was gonna win. But then Valentina won. I was like, oh, Monique might be going home after just being in the top two. And so Valentina reveals that she's sending home Farrah after all of that. And I was like, oh, I kind of felt really sad by that. I thought, like, you know, Farrah had a change of personality. She was like trying to be more confident, and I didn't really think she was that horrible. Again, looking back, I can see why she was in the bottom, and everyone is so good. You know, there's so little room for error in this season. It's ridiculous, but it made me a little sad. And Monique's going to be good for TV, but like, okay, she kind of is she's getting a little annoying, but whatever. And then Farrah, you know, like Valentina was saying, like she had the opportunity to prove herself, but she's still in the bottom two. And Farrah does the "you don't love me," and I was just like, oh my god, not again, you know. And then she's like, I'm just kidding. Like, I thought that was cute. But it does break my heart a little bit. And then so they showed Farrah leaving and saying bye to everyone, and then she was hugging Gia, and she was like, "You actually don't love me," and like walked away. I was like, okay, that's perfect. And then in the end, Farrah did end up crying, and rightfully so. She got the boot. Being in the bottom 2 weeks in a row, you know, remind me of Chi Chi DeVayne in All Stars 3, where she was like constantly in the bottom, but no one decided no one would let her go. Maybe this was good for Farrah, because at least there was like a slimmer of like Farrah looked like she still could go all the way type thing in a way. Chi Chi just was like, you know, beating a dead horse. You're like, okay, when is she going home? Oh my god, all right, you know. So maybe that's a good thing for Farrah in the end. And then they, you know, do their all like, we're all born naked and the rest is drag at the end. And so it was cute. Next time, though, they got the Snatch Game of Love with Gus Kenworthy, and they got Keenan Lonsdale, both very prevalent in the gay community. And, you know, Gus was one of the Olympians, and then Keenan was on... now I'm losing the movie, but he's on My Name is Simon, I think it's called. But yeah, that was a really good movie. If you haven't seen it, if I'm even saying it right, now I have to review it and whatever. If I'm wrong, I'll put it in the comments. It's probably like way off. But anyways, so that's for next week. I am really excited to see that. Snatch Game's always good, and then with those two on, that should be fun. But at this point, yeah, I think still top runner, or like runner is, or wow, I can't speak anymore. Top runner is probably Valentina. She's probably in the lead right now, number 1. Next is probably Naomi Smalls. I still love Manila, so we'll see. We'll see. I would still rank her high. Latrice and Gia have been consistent. Trinity was in top 2, still safe. Monet, I still think I think her and Monique are in the bottom right now. You know what I mean? But we'll see what next week shows. So if my guess is correct, we could see 2 season 10 queens in the bottom next week, and maybe we'll see a showdown between Valentina and Naomi, or maybe Manila will step it up, or maybe she will actually be in the bottom too. Who knows? Anything's possible week by week, so we'll find out. Let me know what you think of this week's episode. Let me know who you're rooting for and what team you're on, and we'll go from there. Okay, see you next week.